Well, hello guys. Hi, my name is Gennady MC from Anonymous Media, from Miami Beach, Florida. I'm here in Brazil right now with my friend Hanji. I have to pronounce it correctly because in Brazil you can't pronounce Randy. His name is Randy, Randy, right? But in Brazil it's pronounced Hanji. So it's very difficult for me, but I'm doing my best. So I'm here in Divera Estudio. This is a gentleman that helped me produce one of the videos that I have not actually released with Brazill and Progetto Capito. And I'm in his studio right now, and we're going over basically like what I travel with and how I produce most of my content and whatnot. I love water, I love to skate, you know what I mean? So Rio, Miami is my dream. Like when I was a kid, my biggest dream as a kid was the Rio de Janeiro Carnival and the mountains. It was my dream. I never thought that I would ever get to see that. I swear to you, I never thought that would be like, it would come true, but it was my dream since I was a little kid. And like, I'm living it right now. And it's an amazing feeling. I know how I got here. It's not that it was an accident. I know how I got here. And I know that anything is possible. What you can think of, what you can imagine. You know, Walt Disney said one of the most famous sayings, you know, your imagination is, what is it, prelude to future experiences. Like your imagination, there's no limits to your imagination. Walt Disney did it best, you know. Fantasia was one of my favorite movies when I was little, you know. So, yeah, and Brazil is just beautiful. Water, mountains, nature. Miami's the same. The energy, you know what I mean? The sun, the energy, the people. And
aí você vem parar em Belo Horizonte, pô.
Belo Horizonte, you have to ask you that question. Belo Horizonte. So, my fiance, it's a difficult situation here because the immigration process. So, as I moved away, my fiance had my child during coronavirus here. I wasn't able to travel back. So, because of those issues, it was better for her to live closer to her family, which lives in Belo Horizonte. And hence, she has an apartment here that I fly back. But we're obviously looking for other places. Rio, otro lugar. Belo Horizonte is nice, you know, but it's not, I need water, aqua, you know, aqua. Jungle, you know what I mean? Animals. Different animals, you know what I mean? So to answer that question, I see the gap, I see the difference. Now, what I'm trying to do with my company is I want to be able to teach people how I learn. So let me back up a couple of steps. First of all, if all of you think that I've been doing this all of my life, no. I've only been doing media 2 years. I picked up a camera. A matter of fact, I didn't pick up a camera. I picked up a keyboard because the first thing that I started with was recording studio. I wanted to build a recording studio, which I did. And the next step after that was build a virtual reality studio, which I did. The next step after that was to build a video production company, which I did. In this whole process, which started October 24th, 2018, is when I started this. We are in 2021, so it's been about two years and some change. And it'll be 3 at the end of this year. So I had to learn every piece of equipment, every piece of software. But it's not that I had to, it's because I wanted to. And yes, it's a little easier to access things there. But what I did learn along the way is that I have a lot of information. And all this information I want to share. Because I create, but I create because I want to create. And like that's the direction that I took in life. I found what I love to do. Like I wake up and this is what I do. I create, I make videos, I create music, I write songs, it just creates. I don't think I could, it's not a job, it's just what I do. In regards to the electronic gap, so what I see here is I see a lot of talented people. And this is what draws me to Brazil so much and what drew me here to the first place. And I love talented people. I love goosebumps. Like I love, like it's a weird thing to say. No, I love goosebumps. Like when I get goosebumps, I'm like, it makes me feel good. So like, and I find a lot of music and a lot of talent, a lot of passion in this country, passion. And what draws me here is that. Now there is a gap, the electronic gap, But what I want to do with my company, because I learned so fast and I understand this so adequately and I process this information so rapidly, I want to export it, but I want to bridge this gap in other countries as well. With anonymous media, which is what my company is, I want to give away, you know what I mean, a lot of my knowledge, you know what I mean? And all of this knowledge, I'm not craving money for it. I just want to export it. I want to build schools, technological schools through, let's say, Brazil and other countries, affiliates where we teach other people ways to create. One of my sub companies that I founded, it's a nonprofit. It's called Cameras for Guns. It's a nonprofit organization that I'm focused right now on building. The reason it's called Cameras for Guns is because what I focus on is I want to get teenagers off the street. So you bring me your gun, I give you your camera, I teach you how to use it, and you can also work and collaborate with anonymous media. This is what anonymous media is. This is what I'm building. This is what I built. This is the vision of anonymous media. I want to provide an opportunity so you don't have to worry about robbing, stealing, being on the street. I want to teach you a skill, how to shoot the best photos, how to shoot the best videos, how to produce, how to make it. And you don't need the best electronics. I produce most of my content with an iPhone. I just have a lot of electronics. But most of the content you can produce with this. I can teach anybody how to use this and produce movies with this if you really want to. From editing to banking to music production, everything. You can do it with this tool that can be in your pocket. But that's bridging the gap. You don't need to buy a $10,000 professional ARRI or $30,000, $50,000 ARRI or a red camera. You don't need it. You can have an iPhone with a Filmic app and 10-bit S-Log V3 format, record it, maybe have an extra lens if you want to get really creative, a couple of lights, and that's it. Let me tell you guys basically how I travel. I travel pretty simple right now. Before I would carry my whole studio with me, but now I basically travel with an iPhone studio. And let me explain what an iPhone studio really is. So I use, generally I travel with two iPhones, one of which is right here, which is an iPhone 12 Max Pro. It's geared out with a Polar Pro case that just came out that takes moment lenses. This also is a handy grip right here, which controls the camera. So basically you control your camera. So I use this as my main form of content creation, editing and whatnot. I have a second iPhone, which is in my bag, which is an iPhone 11 Max Pro. And it's also geared out with another case. It's geared out with a moment case, which also takes moment lenses. So when I say iPhone Studio, yes, I use iPhones. At the same time, I have an iPad Pro that I use to create content and edit certain things and whatnot, from photos to videos. And I have a Mac. MacBook Pro, 16-inch, and all of that is in the bag with an external video card. And I'll take you through the whole bag and I'll tell you exactly what's in there. And obviously I can't forget two main things that any content creator or any professional content creator needs to have or should have is a drone. And the drone is probably one of the most crucial things that you should definitely invest in as a content creator. And there's plenty of different drones out there that are comparable to create good content. And I come to his studio, Divera Estudio. He was living in the center part of the city at that time. And we're taking pictures, and I showed him my equipment. He's like, holy shit, you know, you have all this? And I was like, well, yeah, I mean, like, I produce, I'm a photographer, videographer, content creator. And we got to talking, and I was like, man, I don't want to leave Brazil without, and I had like 2 weeks left. So I was like, I don't want to leave Brazil and go to Miami and don't produce nothing. I have all my equipment here. Like, come on, like, we got to produce something, you know? So Hanji, he calls he's like, thank you, I got this. He calls his friends and he's like, yeah, I have a production, I have a group that needs a video. And I have this young lady, Grazi, and this Proyecto Capito. And we went to their house, met the people. 2 days later, we shot the video at the scene at this building, and we can show you the video. It's beautiful. I haven't released it yet. Right? No pessoas vê esta video mesmo. And studying eu produzo isso, nada, no pessoa, nobody's seen any of my content because I gotta release some more of my content, I've been hoarding it, like saving libraries, but it's difficult when you're a content creator and you have I guess a big dream, like I have a big dream. It's not gonna come over a day, so I've learned to build patience. I was very excited, and I'm still very excited, but I was very excited and a little bit too excited my first 2 years. I've learned to take steps back and reorganize a little bit, because there's a lot. In my opinion, unless you're getting ready to produce, let's put it this way, unless you're working on a big feature film with a lot of people, there's no reason for you to buy anything big or a big camera. Everybody walks around YouTube and they're buying all these Sonys and these $5,000-$6,000 cameras and whatnot. It depends on what you want to produce. It's really to that. But if you want to generate like content and mass content, you can do that with an iPhone. And iPhone has really good cameras, really good cameras and really good algorithms and AI and applications to have a full studio in your phone. So the reason I say that is because if you're gonna buy one camera, let's say a Sony, then you're gonna buy a lens, then you need a stabilizer, then you need lights, then you need all these other things. You're gonna spend, in America, a good minimum $5,000, minimum. Like for a decent camera, lights, and just a kit with light, lens, a basic kit. And I tell you, with that basic kit, I guarantee you, I can produce better content with my phone than with that. I guarantee you, because like what they built with these latest phones and these lenses that you can put on these phones and the newest algorithms and the newest codecs, like for using, let's say, the Filmic app that you can use on an iPhone, you can create cinema quality movies. And I can show you references of movies that have been created on an iPhone that are insane quality. I get it, you don't get certain depth of field, but there's lenses that can help you get the depth of field with an iPhone. So the reason I say this is the best thing. So let's say at around $1,000, you can get an iPhone, $1,000. You can get lenses, maybe, and lights, and otra cosa, say a light, $100. You can get a case for an iPhone, which is like $20, $30, that can hold the iPhone. Let me get into my backpack over here. I'll show you what I mean. Here we go. This right here, $25 on Amazon. This is one of the best tools that you can ever get. And then you put your iPhone in here like this. You screw it in and you have full studio. Now, if you have the certain app on, I'm running a 360 camera off here right now, but if you have the Filmic app open, now we can record cinema quality. S-Log V3, we have full controls, we have our ISO, we have our shutter speed control, and we're recording. Now I also have other lenses for here. So this kit will cost you, let's say iPhone, the new iPhone, $1,500, plus the lenses and the case, $250 for the case, so $1,750, plus 25, $1,775, plus lenses, if you want otra lenses, but no, you don't need other lenses because this case comes with 3 filters. So for a cinematographer, which is what I do, for a basic kit, this is a basic kit. You have one light that's right underneath this microphone, and it comes with 3 lenses. Now these 3 lenses, they go right on let me show you. So these lenses, they go on this iPhone just like this. And the reason these lenses, they go right on top of the regular. Hold on a second. Oh my God, I can't see them. There we go. And then you peel off the rubber sticker. Sometimes you want to peel it off, but you can't. So there's your filter. Now that gives you your filter for ND and whatnot. So if you're outside, you're recording, you have your lenses covered. And we have 3 different lenses for 3 different effects and whatnot. You can get more creative with this. You can buy more lenses for your iPhone. But the reason I say, and I mention this, because with a camera, when you buy a Sony camera or you buy other cameras, now you need a computer. You need a fast computer, you know what I mean, that can edit 4K. You know, it's not that simple. With an iPhone, you can record everything right here. You can edit everything in here using a LumaFusion application. You can export right here. You can do your social media. You can do your graphics. You can do everything. This right here is not just a phone. This is a production studio. This is everything in one, and it fits in your pocket. So yeah, that's it. This is, but I have. So iPhone, I would definitely recommend. I would definitely recommend cases that house lenses. For $2,000, you have a cinema camera. You have lenses. You have audio production. You have video editing. You have exporting. You can do 4K editing. You can do HDR editing. Do you guys understand this? You can do HDR editing on an iPhone. You can do HDR recording video on an iPhone and export to HDR capable devices. You can, it's insane. It's insane. If you guys want to start off with something really, really simple, really, really basic, I'm going to tell you like this. The best equipment to buy for the cheapest price, and I've experimented with a lot of things, you can go with a Rode microphone, either Shure or Rode microphone. I would probably go with a Rode microphone. You can get under $50, $60 US. It's a very professional microphone, really good sound. And the next thing I would do, I would get a little converter where you can plug it right into your iPhone. Either iPhone or any of your Android phone. You use your phone as your first device to record for a podcast. Most phones come with a 4K camera. It might not be the most perfect camera, but it has a 4K camera. If you just watch a YouTube video on how to set that camera up properly and download a proper application and proper lighting, you can do a lot with a phone. And a microphone. You need a microphone because the phone, that's the main thing. The main thing is lights. It's very important. And a microphone. Lights you can get very cheap, and you can get creative because you don't have to buy lights. You can use the sun, you can use candles, you can use a lot of different things. But basic kit, a phone, a microphone, and a tripod. That's it. Rode, any phone, I would suggest Rode microphone, any phone, and a tripod. That's it. And there's your podcast. It's that simple. I don't know, I'm not really good at getting the whole follows, because here's the thing, like I produce a lot of content, but at the same time it's like I'm like so like private, and I haven't really been on social media too much. So like all right, my social media, Gennady MC on Instagram, and also Anonymous Media Inc. On Instagram. That's my company. So follow us. Divera Estudio is interviewing me. Thank you for having me. And man, it was awesome working with you. And guys, we're going to be working a lot together. So you're going to hear me a lot. You're going to see me a lot because I'm back and forth between here in Brazil, and me and Divera Estudio, Hanji, we're going to be working close together. I can't wait to produce more content. Wait till he shows you that video that we did with Brazill. Oh my God, that video. Once we put it up on Anonymous Media website, that video, oh, I loved it. I hope you guys like it. And the Brazill and Proyecto Capitol, this song was super. Gave me goosebumps the whole time. So I hope you guys like it. All right, thank you.